Ready? Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we enjoyed, and it actually was enjoyable,
It was good.
Evan Williams Cherry. So Mr. Magazine was nice enough to bring that by. We were laughing before because he goes, "Are you ready?" And so I started singing, "Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready." But I don't remember who sang that.
I thought we were laughing because the guy guru's a fortune teller.
No, I was laughing because I was singing. Why don't you say hi to people?
All right, we got a Magic Mike is in the house. Wow, he can't wait. Neither can we. Gorgeous guy guru's here and pretty good prediction. Should have bet on that.
There you go.
Marvelous.
He's like Mattress Mac, except he wins.
Exactly. Marvelous Mike's in the house. Nice Nanette's here. Awesome Antiquarian. Totally Thomas is here. Yeah, you were very close. And Delightful Dawn is always here. And Ferocious Feral Girl's here. And Joyous Joy is here as well. And anyone else holding out on us?
That's
Super
Super
Sweetwater's here. How you doing? Happy New Year to everybody.
New Year. Oh, Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Just saw Sweetwater over at the Whatnot auction, which we'll talk about later.
I might have heard, well, I didn't even hear it, but I couldn't see much, but I did the best I could. All right, Marvelous Metals here. How you doing? Super See the Lights. Dandy Dave's Odds and Ends is here. And how was Whatnot today?
Vodka straight up.
Yeah,
Nice.
ooh,
Vodka
nice.
straight up.
Well, we
That's
all
a
know,
Howard Stern drop.
Of course it is. We all know Paperboy's going to tell you how Whatnot is today and every day of his life. And we're here. It's already a great show. See that?
Nice. All right, we're going to start off the way we always do, asking all of you, and I'm always very curious, but I'm extremely curious this week. How are your sales out there? Let us know how your sales are, and why don't you tell us how your sales are, Mr. Magazine?
So we're going to go past Christmas.
Yeah.
Our sales actually were a little better on eBay, and then they started dipping the last few days. Amazon's been dipping the last few days, so hopefully we can pick it up again. Website's been, steadily up and averaging up. Same thing with the DVD site. I like eBay and Amazon to be a little better, but I think we'll get there.
Nice. See how other people's sales are doing here. My sales are putrid in the account. My store is on vacation. Well, okay.
No, that makes sense.
I got the COVID starting off 2024. Look at it this way, Guide Guru can only get better from here. Well,
that's true.
Hopefully.
All right, Mr. Hot Wheels, how you doing? Happy New Year's. Nice Nova. How's it going?
Pretty good for little or no listing. Okay. Yeah. And that's one thing too, is I think a lot of people aren't listing quite as much with the holidays because you're staying so busy. Sales have dropped off. Not horrible, but definitely a slowdown. Yeah.
A lot of football on too. College football, NFL. And it's every day almost now. Almost every day there's something.
Well, and it's also football that matters. Nothing against
tennis. Badminton.
Nothing against Alabama versus Morehead State in week number 11, but this actually does matter. It matters as far as that goes. Sales are up for fun-loving resellers. Nice. I'm on vacation mode right now. Oh, a lot of people are on vacation. Decent for Hot Wheels.
Good. Decent's a good word.
Thank goodness from Ricari.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's impressive.
That'll eBay for sales. Wow. Sales haven't been great this week, but they'll pick up again. That's the spirit, Don.
All right.
Okay sales, but not like during COVID. Yeah.
We wish it could be like that without infecting people.
That's true. That's true.
How are your sales?
Oh, I'm glad that you asked. My sales were pretty good until the first. They dropped off a cliff on the first. They were still off the cliff on the second. And then as Mr. Magazine can attest, they actually are pretty good today. We were trying to get a whole bunch of studio video shot. I was trying to pack up stuff from Whatnot and people who were buying things. And I'm going, geez, which is a positive
so mad
thing.
He was making money. I've never seen anything like it.
So,
damn, another sale. Darn it.
I wanted them to buy it at like noon when I had time to pack everything. I can open my store back up and cough in the packages. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's a thought. Mine dropped today. Okay. Yeah. See, and today mine picked up. So today was my first good day of the year, but overall, since our last live show, it's been pretty good other than the first and the second. My other question about that, which obviously I don't know, I really need to take a look back at my records for the past few years, and maybe I'll do this during the week, is the fact that everybody had a 4-day or a 3-day weekend there with the first.
We missed someone here.
Oh, sorry.
Our boy Barry's in the house. How you doing?
There you go.
I'll get magazines. I've been getting magazines for a while. I need more probably.
But
Go ahead.
my question is, it was a 3-day weekend for everybody. And then obviously Tuesday, everybody's going back to work,
Right.
as opposed to being the first, like being on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, that's the middle of Christmas week. Who's going back to work on the Friday if the first is on a Thursday?
Nobody.
So,
Not my employees, that's for sure.
well, but the thought is,
Yeah.
you know, they're going to be traveling or be doing this,
Yeah.
but people will be around shopping. Well, I think everybody went back to work on Tuesday,
Yeah.
which might be why my sales were so bad on Tuesday.
Yeah, mine were bad first and second.
New Year's Eve was great on Whatnot. Lots of people stayed in. Okay.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
And of course, I didn't do it then, but because I don't want to be successful over there.
Cool Kelly's here. How's it
Sales
going?
been okay, but dropped off today. See, it's weird because my sales picked up today and everybody else has dropped off.
Very
So it's
inconsistent. Yep.
weird with the algorithm. I'm trying something different, so that could be why it's sluggish for me. That could be. Now for something for completely different. My Amazon is holding up as well. You know, nothing great on Amazon. My promoted. Now this is an 8-day sales list, because the way I do my sales, I said, well, I might as well wait instead of doing sales from Monday to Sunday and then doing it again on Monday so I could close out the year with my books.
Yeah.
I did an 8-day sales right at the end of the year to close out my books. But promoted were 29 out of 64. So about 45%, something rather like that.
Jay-Z Jeff's here. How's it going?
Offers, 52 older offers, 129 offers total.
Wow.
But here's the crazy thing. Last year, 2023, same week, I had 198 offers. So it went from 198 offers down to 129 offers. So definitely did not get the traffic that I got last year. Million Dollar Peddlers, I sold 1 item. Etsy picked back up. We sold 8 items over on Etsy in a week, so that's not too bad. Website actually sold 2, and both in one day.
2 different people?
2 different people.
Wow, good for you.
2 sales, same day. And I did sell 1 Flophouse CD. And I'm thinking that we may get into grading CDs, and then we'll have the pedigree, the Flophouse CDs.
Now, where'd you sell that in?
Amazon.
Oh, you were? Okay, you're able to.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, classical music. Actually, Amazon is gated for a lot of different CDs, but classical stuff you definitely can get on there.
Cool.
Most of that's not gated on that there. How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything? It's been a slow week for buying, probably, unless you're doing like returns.
Yeah, I'm not doing much at all locally. A lot of it's still Aaron. Every week he's finding deals. He's got something going on where at Facebook they alert him if they're selling, if they want to sell him stuff that he's looking for me, or he's got some thing that he sets up where it alerts him if they're selling something, or they'll either reach out to him or he can reach out to them. So every week it's 1 or 2 buys all over the country. So he's setting up where like once a month he's going to drive to 2 or 3 different places and then drop it off.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Good stuff.
See what guy said there. I should do decent at CDs, but mostly metal and industrial uncommon stuff.
Sure. Cool.
Now, there you go. Now, you stay out of the classical unless you're willing to go down into the flop houses. So, bought a house called a lot of vintage photos, paper and scrapbooks.
Nice.
Oh, during Christmas week, too. That's unusual.
Cool.
That's very unusual during Christmas week. Not even thinking about buying until mid-month at the soonest. There you go. I had 2 buys, but they were the same 2 places I bought from the week before. The lady is moving out of the house. She was going through books, and she found a whole bunch more. So I ended up picking up 4 boxes of books from her, I believe, which will all be over on Whatnot.
Nice.
Some science fiction books and that. So if you like that, come on over to Whatnot.
Super Sandy's in the house. How's it going?
And then my buddy that's a dealer invited me over for dinner over on New Year's weekend. And then he said, I got more stuff for you. I don't really need more stuff, but his price was absolutely right. So I bought stuff absolutely right there. I do have a house call on. It's another dealer. I'm not really looking forward to it, but I've told him I would do it. His girlfriend's got a lot of sheet music she's been saving up for years. And I'm like, I don't really need any more sheet music, but if the price is right, I'll buy it, of course. Nobody's here, but we have a new bin store opening on Friday. Ooh, nice. Nice. I bought some more ephemera this week, an autographed boxing program from 1970. Nice.
Cool.
Nice. So yeah, so that's my buy this coming week. There's no good estate sales or anything like that. And the lady did have to move out of the house, so she's moved out. But all the books she wasn't able to get out of there, she moved to her house. And I'm pretty sure that at some point she's going to be sick of those all over her house. So she'll call me so I can put them all over my house.
Cool.
Bin stores are great on the first day. Try to lure them in. And the great thing about this is Mrs. Papergoy is coming back next week, or allegedly. Thank you. That was exactly what I was going to say. I was supposed to clean the house up. Let's say I didn't make a lot of progress. That would be a nice way to put it. So I got this weekend. I got to at least make the place look presentable. I mean, I'm making the assumption she comes back. You probably would if you were her, right?
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
Maybe she lost her eyesight somehow. So when she comes home, she won't see this. And she'll be running into stacks of books all over the place.
But then she won't see this.
Oh, wow. Good for her.
Wow. No buys other than supplies. Blew through all my bubble shipping Hot Wheels. Well, that's a good problem to have, though.
Yeah,
that's a good problem to have. Glitch of the week. We had a couple of them over here. This happened this morning. Somebody was complaining to Mr. Magazine, and that rarely happens. That what were they complaining about? Like they couldn't purchase this to their country because the shipping wasn't right, or you weren't offering shipping, something other was wrong with the shipping.
Yeah.
So I clicked on the item to verify, and
they couldn't see how much each item was. They wanted to buy 3 items. Supposedly none of them showed the shipping price.
So I click on the item to see, and I got on eBay. Well, this is embarrassing, but the listing tool isn't working right now. Try again later. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not trying to really do the listing tool. I'm trying to see the item. So that was a glitch there. A buyer had an issue with his bank with whatnot glitching, had some difficulty paying because there were some issues there. And during the mysterious whatnot that Mr. Magazine and I did today, we were lucky enough to have a glitch. So they wanted to make sure that Mr. Magazine got the full whatnot experience. And, we went through 12, 13 items, no problem at all.
They're really trying to entice me to use it.
Well, here's the crazy thing about it. I sold the first, 7 or 8 items. We turned it over to Mr. Magazine. He sold like the next 5 or 6. And I said, I'll take the next item. I took the next item, and that was the one that glitched. And thank goodness that I took the item, because Mr. Magazine probably would have had a meltdown had that happen. But what happened was it put the sales price to 0, and it would only let you do the auction for 1 minute, but then you couldn't even start the auction. So I had to exit the app and come back in, and then it worked fine. But so Whatnot wanted to greet Mr. Magazine with its usual glitches. You guys worried about Jeffrey Epstein releasing the names?
I'm not, because if they say Mr. Magazine, there's another guy that had the name before me.
There you go. So. There you go. Yeah, Papergoy can't hobnob with anybody rich and famous other than Mr. Magazine, and Whatnot don't seem compatible. No, they definitely don't. And welcome in, Carl. Site changes. I don't know. Did you have this happen to you, Mr. Magazine, when you were trying to print labels out? I was printing a label out this morning, and I got a warning from eBay that said, you are responsible for hazardous materials in your shipment.
I've not seen that, no.
Yeah, it popped up when I was trying to ship something. Here's the crazy thing about it. I was trying to ship a catalog. Oof. So I'm shipping a catalog, and all of a sudden I get a warning that if there are hazardous materials, it's on me. I'm like, okay.
Was it like a gas can catalog or something?
No, it was not. It was a fashion catalog.
Ooh, Triple J's in the house.
UPS broke an $85. Oh, Uline is having a super carton sale. There you go. Wow, 40% off. UPS broke an $85 item. They've been giving me the runaround, redirecting me through eBay.
It's weird. They used to be really good with broken items, damage claims years ago, and then now the post office was bad. Now it's the other way around. Post office is easier to deal with than
really.
Yeah, it's weird. Yep.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah. That's absolutely insane. About a large box of vintage 8mm, 16mm home films. Yeah, you got to make sure you watch those, Jeff. Sometimes they have surprises on them. Oh, Mr. Hot Wheels got the same message. Okay. So you'll probably get that then, and you just kind of look at it and you go, okay. Crazy. And then just move on. That's interesting on that. Oh, we got item of the week. You have an item of the week this week.
I have 2 items of the week. Well, the first one was very good.
Oh, the Evan Williams.
I found this at a Wegmans liquor store, and I figured it'd be perfect for Wednesday nights.
It would be. And we are not sponsored by Evan Williams, but we are always open. You can pay us in alcohol.
And the other item, I know it's always a treat. Once out of every 4 months, he allows me to use the item of the week. But so at the end of the year,
once in a while, I stop getting cool stuff.
I like to treat myself to something nice, throw in my collection, get an extra few bucks saved up for the Christmas season. So I was looking for a key Spider-Man issue. This is a newer one, Spider-Verse. It is issue 6. It's the alternate cover with the multiverse, all the multiverse characters. There's about 20 characters on there. The key to this one, why everyone wants it, is because a lot of these characters, this is the first issue they came out in. So if they ever do a spin-off, a movie or cartoon with some of these characters, this will be the one that goes up, and there's lots of potential here. So in a 9.8 goes for about $700 to $1,000.
Holy mackerel!
$2,000.
And when did that come out?
Oh, geez, good question. 2020. So it's only 4 years old.
Wow.
Yep, and it's the variant one too, which is more demand usually. So
wow,
I thought that was cool. I wanted to grab that. I bought a few other ones, but this is the one that I thought was the best one for investment potential.
Bang for the buck. Yeah,
you got it.
Wow,
yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I'll have to keep my eyes open for that. I just toss it back there.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You can get it reholdered.
Yeah,
but
okay. It might be missing a coupon or something.
You see Nicolas Cage and one don't want to watch any further. Oh, I don't know what they're talking about there.
Speaking of CGC,
which Lori, right?
Yes, exactly. Speaking of CGC, I sent in a bunch of, I think, 120 magazines. One box came in a couple weeks ago, super early. The remaining 80 or 90 or whatever, they're not doing anything right now. So the guy sent them through Rhino's Comics. He said they're holding off and not even working on CGC right now because of the issue they're dealing with.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's a 2-day issue, a week, or what,
That's interesting. Breaking news.
Yeah, exactly.
Breaking news. CGC is actually handling their problem. 9.8. Yikes.
Yeah, they're slowing down everyone.
Yeah, right. Right. But yeah. Well,
they're creating new problems because are they stopping for everybody or just some people?
Well, I guess the question comes in if the problem was with, which we're going to go into a little later, but if the problem is with the reholdering, if you're sending in a raw item to be graded, how does that change what they're doing? Unless they're changing their holders or something interesting.
Who knows?
Trey Angel's Envy or Heaven's Door. There you go.
I remember that.
Spidey comics are good investments. Yeah, that's definitely, Spidey is definitely a blue chip. At this point, Spider-Man would be, I would say Batman would be.
Yeah.
What actually is not a blue chip at this point is Superman.
Yeah, there's some key ones in the earlier.
Well, obviously, yeah. If I get an action number 1,
yeah.
I'm not going to walk by it. But beyond that, I mean, Superman, there's just not a lot of demand for it.
And I haven't read much of the Superman. I've seen a lot of the movies and so forth and some of the comics years ago. But I don't know if they're creating new characters like Batman and Spider-Man, especially Spider-Man. There's all these new characters, or they got Venom spin-offs, Gwen Stacy. They got all these different spin-offs. Miles Morales.
Problem with Superman, and we've talked about this before, is he's difficult to write for because he can pretty much do anything. I mean, so it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to defeat him unless you get into magic or kryptonite, and that can only work so many times.
Yep.
Got to see insulting offer of the week. I only got one. You really didn't send any Mr. Magazine. No. Well, you sent one gentleman who was making you offers on cards, and they were low offers on cards, and he would not go up $1 on them. Like he made you a whole bunch of offers at like $8 each, but he would not go up to $9 each on them whatsoever. Yeah. But the only insulting offer I had this week was I had a Salvation Army blotter. I was asking $24 with free shipping. I got a $5 offer on it. And again, I'm not making anything.
Right.
If it cost me $3.66 to ship, and I do believe it was out west, so it actually would have cost me more. But still, $3.66 to ship. By the time I pay my fees, packing materials, I've lost money.
Yeah.
So,
real quick, I gotta throw this out there because I know we both forgot. Last week I had 2 rambling stories. One was Samsung, and one was something else. If anyone remembers what the other one was supposed to be, we might throw that one out because Samsung's a little more detailed.
Well, and Samsung's still ongoing.
Correct.
So, yep. So if you remember what his other insulting offer was, no insulting for this. Yeah.
Good for you.
Some customer issues. Good news, Mr. Magazine.
For me?
Well, your life's good news. By 4 a.m. of the new year, I had my first retracted offer.
Oh, good for you. Wow.
So I think that was a new record. 4 hours into the new year, I had a retracted offer. So
instead of selling 5 items, you sold 4?
Yeah, I double dog to anybody out there. But nobody out there beat that. 4 hours for retracted offer. Well, that could be a problem, Don. Mr. Magazine had a problem with a gentleman. He said, actually, please cancel the order as I didn't pick buy now or commit to buying. I put in an offer. So we ended up banning the gentleman. We canceled his purchase, and I did answer him back, Mr. Magazine. You may not know this. I did answer him back, and I said, actually, by putting in the offer, oh, hello, Lee.
How's it going?
By putting in the offer, you did commit to buy it. You put in a binding offer that when we accepted it, you did commit to buy it. So my question is, what did he think an offer was? Like,
maybe I might buy it on the side or something.
You want 50, I'll give you 34. Maybe you say yes, and then I'll decide. That's not how offers work. I'm not really sure. Oh, what a pain this one is. So I have a lot of 4 items up on Etsy, 4 items in one lot. The lady wants to buy 2. They're little patches, like for 2 of them are patches with a W on them. And then one's like a baseball patch, and I don't remember what the other one is. Well, she wants to buy the W. I said, okay, no problem. I gave her a price. She said, okay, that sounds good. The next day she goes, you haven't accepted my offer. Yeah, I didn't think you accepted it. I just made it, but you weren't supposed to accept it. So she made me an offer, and she goes, you didn't accept my offer. I go, I never got the offer. So she looked back. She goes, oh, Etsy wouldn't let me make the offer because it was too low, which must be a setting Etsy has. Maybe you can't make an offer less than 20% below or something like that. I said, well, I'm not aware of it, but okay, no problem at all. I said I would sell it to you for this amount. Just buy the item and I'll refund the difference. Yeah. I'll send a 2 out that you want. I'll refund the difference. Oh, I'm not comfortable doing that. Like, you've got a whole bunch of emails here that says that this is what I want on the item.
What are you comfortable?
And then she goes, and I really only want 1 of those. And I'm like, lady, at some point, it's not worth my trouble to sit there and try to make this sale. It's not. I'm trying to work with you. So can't you just invoice me? I'm like, you didn't buy it. I can't invoice you if you didn't buy it. I thought the W was an M. Please cancel. Nice. Hey, I do the bad jokes here, John. Jeez. But yeah, no, that was absolutely crazy there. And then yesterday, we got heckled, Mr. Magazine.
We did. What happened?
We got heckled by a viewer.
Ooh.
So I had up a RPPC, 2 women lesbian RPPC gay interest. She has a new girlfriend, which actually it's a very interesting postcard because it is an RPPC of 2 lesbians. And on the back, it does mention that this is so-and-so's new girlfriend. And it's from like 1910. So that's pretty risque for 1910 for that to be out there on a postcard. Well, our viewer said, oh, it looks like you and Mr. Magazine.
Nice.
I really couldn't argue.
How would they know?
I think they probably watch us. So then they saw the picture.
Were they naked though?
No, they weren't.
Oh, okay.
I don't sell that kind of postcards.
Sorry. Okay.
No, it's just
that would be me.
a couple together. So we got heckled on that over there. And I'm sitting there going, you think Daily Refinement has people heckling him like that? I don't know. Oh, $3 offer. You win. You win this week, Don. You win. But then the guy said later, he goes, hey, I love your show. And I said, hey, no problem at all. I said, I can't really argue. It did look like us. What are you going to do? And then I actually did sell another item to a different subscriber who in the comments said, hey, I love your guys' show. So shout out. Definitely do appreciate it. Definitely does help. And it's on its way. So hopefully you'll like it when you get it. Some interesting other things. I think I have found the only thing scammier than box breaks on Whatnot.
Okay.
Take a guess what it is.
Pokemon and Whatnot.
It's on eBay.
Okay.
K-Cups.
Oh, no.
How many problems have I had trying to buy coffee on?
Just get them on Amazon or somewhere else. Jeez.
So I bought it. I bought some K-Cups over there. I got a notice on eBay. They kicked the seller off.
Awesome. Aaron's in the house.
Oh, hello, Aaron.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, and Aaron's the one to give you the fudge?
Yeah, yes, I believe so.
Well, Mr. Magazine did not like your fudge, but I did.
I didn't like fudge. When I eat fudge, and trust me, it's like eating Mexican food times 20. If you can understand that. Okay. Moving on.
He gave the fudge to me, and it's actually delicious. It's actually the best chocolate fudge I've ever had in my entire life. So give it to him next year, and I'd appreciate that as a gift. But it was really, really good. But yeah, they kicked the guy off. And so they sent me a notice saying that they had to, that an item that I purchased, they kicked the seller off.
Wow.
And if you have any problems, just contact us. You can get a refund. I'm like, what? The guy actually sent the item.
Oh, really?
It actually came with a Walmart tape on it. So he must have been a drop shipper.
Okay.
So I actually was able to get the item. Chuck and David, Thumb and Louise. There you go. So I actually was able to get the item. K-cups have microplastics in the coffee. I know that makes it taste so good.
Oh, it wasn't there. It was the rock candy. We still have the rock candy. He passed on the rock candy. We still have that at the shop.
Oh.
Lori likes it though.
Well, then whoever gave the fudge.
Lori likes the rock candy. It was Mike Rock Teeth.
Well, tell Mike Rock Teeth that was very, very good.
You got it. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know if that's a serious question or not.
This fudge did have nuts in it. And so it was very good.
Antiquarian. Cool. Good for you.
This has gone wildly off the rails.
It's all Aaron's fault.
I want to wish the best to the auction professor. He was actually sick with COVID. He was laid up for a few days over there.
It's weird since, like, I know a lot of people now that have gotten COVID recently. You know, a friend of a friend or someone I talk to or deal with. When during COVID, I didn't know hardly anyone, and now that it's minimal.
Well, I think it's because it's in the Northeast and everybody's inside. They're around for the holidays and everything. And it's definitely going around. No doubt at all about that. But hopefully he's feeling better. And if it's worthwhile, Don, I hear that laughter is the best medicine. I think that was said by somebody without health insurance, but that's a whole nother story. But second best is watching us and hitting the like button. So that definitely will help you out as well. Yeah. It's going around 2 years because the immunity wore off. Yeah, probably. It's around Ottawa really bad. Yeah. Yep. So we are on Threads.
Really?
Yep. I have no idea what it was. I was just on Instagram and it said, you can upgrade to Threads. And I clicked OK. And now apparently I'm on Threads, but I still don't know what I'm doing on it. So we're on Threads as well.
Is it an Instagram thing?
Yeah.
I wonder why I don't know that.
I don't know. I clicked on it. And I was thinking there really should be a penalty on eBay. And maybe this is what that seller or the buyer we were talking about a little bit earlier was. Thank you for asking. 10 weeks, 2 days.
Nice news in house. How's it going?
But maybe the guy put the offer in and then he's used to people accepting the offer, but then he's not committed to buying it because it's still available to other people. Maybe that's what he thought would happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they're maintaining blood alcohol. Yeah, there you go. The alcohol will kill everything out there.
Dandy Dave's in the house. So true. Very true.
But there should be a penalty for buyers. You know how even though other people can buy the item, if you make the offer for $35 on something and then you don't follow through on it, there should still be a penalty for you.
Absolutely.
Really, when you get down to
really
it, because you wasted people's time. You took all the time to make the offer. And why are you making the offer if you're not going to follow through on it?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Kind of what I wonder about that. Did you see this, Mr. Magazine?
No.
You're lying because I know you did. Hermes is selling an envelope for $125.
Oh, look at it. Blank envelope to mail something in.
They say
what's special about it? It came from an old tree.
It's made by Hermes.
Oh, that's it.
And
does it have any stamping markings on it? Is it special glue? Special shape, size?
It's made by Hermes. And it's only $125. And apparently they're getting ridiculed all over the place on social media because I think they have a $3,300 paperweight. And then they have a $125 envelope that they say in their write-up that you can make everything special using this $125 envelope.
Okay, I'm going to say this again. It's still a better investment than the $50,000 invisible sculpture. It really is.
How about then an NFT?
Yes.
So Mr. Magazine, actually, when I read him the story beforehand, went out and bought a lot of these. He's going to be using them for packing materials.
Yes.
So
any sports card that sells for $10,000 or more will go into a $100 envelope.
He's going to be shipping things out in a $125 envelope. Rockstar Flipper has a video up, and you and I have to do this, Mr. Magazine. if you have an LLC or an S Corp here in America, and I think there's a third option too. Not if you're a DBA, you don't have to worry, but certainly if you're an LLC, you need to file some information with the government by the end of the year. So we have a little bit of time to do it. I've got the link on my computer. I will send it to you as well. We'll take care of it. Okay. The government wants to make sure they know who owns all the various LLCs. Do check out Rockstar's video because he'll give you links and explain it. But basically,
do that all my LLCs.
Yep.
Oh God, how much does that cost?
No, it's free.
Oh, good.
But if you don't do it by the end of the year, then it's $500 a day in fines per LLC. So we'll probably get it done by the end of the year.
I hope so, yeah.
I don't know why. For some reason or other, I sold 3 JFK items last week. Have you been selling JFK items?
I don't believe so. Not definitely 3.
And I sold 3, including over on Etsy. I sold a Torches Past, which I was very, very happy about selling. Yep. I'm very happy on that.
I use them under the legs of uneven tables.
Before you ship them out in $125 envelopes.
Exactly.
And you know our girl, Cardi B?
Yeah.
Our girl, Cardi B, a little update, said she is not bringing toxic energy into 2024 because she's married to Offset and they're broken up and there's all kinds of drama because they were together over the holidays, basically for the kids. Yeah. But her fans were saying she got back together with Offset. And she basically said she didn't want to bring toxic energy into 2024, which tells me she watched our video from 2 weeks ago where we said you need to get negative people out of your life. Thank you, Cardi. We definitely do appreciate it. Hopefully you hit the like button. And in order not to bring toxic energy into 2024, she told her fans to STFU. So no better way to bring toxic. No better way to get rid of the toxic energy than to tell your fans to STFU. So just to let you know. On that over there. So
this is why you're selling Kennedy stuff.
Okay. There you go. So good luck to you, Cardi. If you ever want a forum, just come on our show. We definitely will allow you to speak. Just don't tell our fans to STFU. Probably not.
Sure, yeah.
Probably not.
Or JFK Jr.
Oh, you have a story to tell, Mr. Magazine.
Right now, a rambling story? Oh, by the way, was the other rambling story the golf simulator one, or did I already say that? No,
you've not told that one yet. No, that's not what that is probably what it is. But no, you were going to tell a story about your Vero strike. What about her WAP? Yes. She didn't mention her WAP. She did tell her one STFU though, because she's sick of toxic energy.
All right, I'm going to say this wrong because it's already been it's been a week. Who was the singer?
Bill Withers?
Bill Withers.
How do I know more about your business than you do?
Oh, my mind's going.
One of us pays attention.
I can't consume too much, information at any given time anymore.
$125 envelope.
That I can consume. So anyways, Bill Withers got a Vero strike on eBay.
Two.
Both of his 45 RPMs because either his wife or daughter does not want his name out there. You can't sell. The wife or daughter doesn't want you selling any of his product. So we went on eBay and there's about 3,000 items and I think a couple hundred sold. And these were $7 records she was very concerned about our $7 records. But there's some items that sold for $100, $200, $500,000 that they haven't gotten to yet to kick off. So eBay said eventually they'll kick them all off, but it's going to take time.
But here's the question I have on it. It's Bill Withers. It's a license. I mean, it's not a bootleg.
Does Columbia own anything anymore on that at all? Like any rights, or is it all Bill Withers?
But even if they're Bill Withers, these are official releases. These aren't. Right. It's not like you went to a Bill Withers concert and bootleg this. Right. This is a legitimate release from Columbia or whoever it was. Crazy.
Well, and I asked the lady with eBay. I said, "Don't you think Bill Withers, God rest his soul, would want his songs being used and bought and purchased and enjoyed over time? That's what he's doing it for." And the family does not want that happening, apparently.
Now, did he do WAP or no? Was that somebody else?
No,
that's somebody else.
No.
Oh. Shows what I know about music.
That was RNK.
Doing well. Too busy for us. You know how that is. So, what did you do?
ShamWow. Here.
Oh, nice. A ShamWow.
Jackie Jackass Retro is here as well. How's it going?
ShamWow. Getting a Netflix show. Well, we'd love to.
If Sebastian Maniscalco can get one, I think we might be able to pull it off too.
There you go. Maybe we can have Cardi B on it. So what'd you do for New Year's Eve, Mr. Magazine?
Let's see. Ate some food, played some games, and then this Monday, New Year's Day, I did not make the mistake of sleeping in because it was a holiday and missing the work I do with Paperboy at 12:30 a.m. every Monday. So after the ball dropped, I dropped my wife off at home. She had to pick my kid up from a party. And then I went right to the shop and celebrated New Year's Day with Paperboy for a couple hours.
And for some reason, I wasn't able to sleep very well. So I went into work. I went into Mr. Magazine's a little bit early, and the ball dropped as I was sweeping the laundromat. What a way to start 2024. So I was cleaning the laundromat as the ball dropped.
I couldn't wait to get to bed after that. I went right home, man.
Well, here's the crazy thing, and I'm sure a lot of you saw the tragic story up here in Rochester, still unfolding, but about I'm going to use the word maniac, who took out a Uber driver and a couple of pedestrians and all that kind of stuff. And again, it's still an evolving story. Going to go real quick into a short rambling story. The light over by Mr. Magazine's at 2:00 in the morning, or I left about 1:45. The light malfunctions that it cycles all the way through, but never switches to green sometimes. Mm-hmm. And especially on New Year's, I didn't want to run the light because I said, I'm sure there's a lot of cops out. Right. I run that light, I'm going to get pulled over, and telling them, well, I've been sitting here for 3 minutes and it's cycled through twice isn't going to be an excuse.
And they tell you to say the alphabet backwards.
Exactly.
You're really screwed.
So I made the turn and went down Dewey Avenue, and I made it down to Ridge Road because that would be the way I would get home. And I have never seen so many emergency vehicles in my entire life. They were detouring us through all the back roads and everything. And God bless everybody that was affected by that tragedy. It was absolutely terrible. And again, I've never seen so many emergency vehicles in my life. And for it to, I mean, it's terrible if it happens anywhere, but for it to strike and for, again,
and there was media all day, all over the place, all the way down Ridge Road. Yeah.
But I guess the other way of looking at it is if I had just gone in a little bit earlier and left a little bit earlier, I could have been in the middle of all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Never switches to green. Yeah, no, it doesn't. It cycles through, and you see the crosswalk is walk, and then it goes to don't walk, 15, 14 counts down to 0, which is then when the light's supposed to change. And then it cycles back through to walk again. And you're like sitting there going, wait a minute, I never got a green light. Yeah, it was a tragedy. Definitely a terrible story. Couple of other things over here with the Anne Rice vampire books. Not really, unless you get, first print of the early ones or signed. Do check them for signed. Otherwise, there are too many of them out there on most of that stuff. CGC, with the reholdering scam we were talking about last week, they said they would reimburse people hurt by the scam. They've identified a few hundred books that may be affected. So we'll keep on top of that story and let you know as that goes on. But that was pretty much one of the things everybody was talking about. No earthquake. We didn't feel any earthquake whatsoever here. Nope.
You sure not after you ate that fudge?
Everyone's been talking about Steamboat Willie being in the public domain. That's all anybody's been talking about this last week. The Mickey Mouse thing.
So must not be around those people. I haven't heard them say it once.
Oh, I've heard a lot of people. So everybody's talking about it. We were talking about that 6 months ago. So you need to watch our show. We were pretty much the first people talking about that. So watch us. Trendsetter, never better. My rhyme's so good. I'm down under 6,000 items that I need item specifics on.
Wow.
When we started this, I was at 12,000. So we've knocked 6,000 of them off.
Exactly.
We did a video about it, which will be coming out shortly, but I finally shelved free shipping as of 1/1. Now, obviously, I have all my legacy items with free shipping on them, but my new items do have calculated shipping on them. Just no longer feasible to offer free shipping on that. New Year's, I did forget to say last week that I was going to start doing Instagram tip of the day and YouTube shorts once I retire. I was doing that, just were not enough hours in a day in order to stay on top of that, because that, you got to think of something or other every day. And I was just like, I just don't have the time. But soon enough, 10 weeks, 2 days is the rumor, I'll have the time.
What's the actual date?
March 17th, my birthday.
Oh, wow.
What are you getting me, Fudge?
Well, maybe. You planned it out perfectly.
Or
a toilet seat, new toilet seat.
Or a date with Cardi B. And we did have the whatnot today, Mr. Magazine, and I saw a few people here. Why don't you, real short, we have a video coming out about it, but how'd you think it went?
Could have been better, could have been worse. I was very nervous ahead of time, just like
I have never, you were sweating. You honestly were sweating and you were pacing. You were like a prize fighter.
I got to do this, I got to do that. You got to press this, you got to press that, you got to put it down, you got to put it over there. Just like, I really don't have the mind for this right now. I've worked all day. I want to just relax and
unlike me.
On the show. Exactly. Well, this is like second nature to you.
Oh, all right.
But once I got started and you took over or you started it, I felt a little better. But two things we got to change. Obviously, he's taller than me. I couldn't see the phone as good of an angle as he could, so my eyes aren't great, but they're better than they were today. I don't know. Maybe it's that light there you have there glaring, but I couldn't read the people coming in. I'm shorter too, so I think I got to get a step stool or wear some boots or something, or lower it every time I'm up there or something like that. So, and then because I wasn't reading any names coming in, I felt like that was a problem. But overall, wasn't too bad.
And then
I'll get better as it goes.
Yeah, and Mr. Magazine actually has committed to appearing once a month on the magazine show. So he's going to bring stuff by and appear once a month. So if you missed today's show, don't fret. There's another opportunity.
I'm sure my first episode here, a few years ago, I wasn't as entertaining as I am now.
No, it couldn't be. Steamboat Willie was on the Epstein plane. A lot of people apparently were on that plane. The Epstein plane.
Oh, all right, wear some boots. There we go.
Yeah, you got to wear like the big platform boots, like you're a glam rocker.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we're gonna head on into the main topic today over here. We're gonna do a quick look back at 2023 and talk about what we think is going to happen in 2024. And if you all want to chime in as well, we would appreciate it as to what you think 2024 is going to bring. But take it away, Mr. Magazine.
Oh, gosh. Again, this is my opinion.
Well, what is the background we have here? What did we search on?
Dead trees.
Dreary, I believe it was what came up.
Yeah.
And that was what Mr. Magazine said that 2023 was like. It was dreary.
Yeah. And, I'm basing it off Amazon. And after I seen the Amazon season we had for Christmas, I can't see Amazon getting better for me. And I certainly can't see eBay. I don't know what reason would happen that where people just pick up sales. I hope it doesn't go down anymore for me and anyone else, because people are really going to get nervous. I mean, I'm holding my own. Luckily, the adult side of things is doing really well. It's compensating a little bit between a DVD site and my website, but still to see my eBay sales go from 100,000 a month in gross sales down to 40 to 45,000 is pretty brutal. And now I get nervous. I gave bonuses out for Christmas. They were a little less, but I still gave them out. And raises.
I got a thing of fudge, so I can't complain.
Raises. We're putting raises in the payroll tomorrow, and I always get nervous because, I'm losing 40%. Obviously, I don't want my employees to make less money, but I can't really reward them as much as I could the previous year. So how are they going to handle it? So a lot of stress right now for me when it comes to stuff like that. But hopefully things turn around. Again, I want to put more stock into the website, the DVD site, and even Amazon still. I think Amazon will still hold its own. A bad Amazon day is still way better than a bad eBay day because my average item is a lot more on Amazon than it is on eBay unless I'm selling. It just seems to be because like eBay, I might sell a $500 statue, but then a bunch of $10 items.
But you're not selling like and I don't know if you ever were or not, but like the $4 Hot Wheels or anything like that. You don't sell things like that
on Amazon. No, we're more like $7. We don't really go below that, but we're selling a lot of $50 magazines. In toys, we're not selling as many toys as we'd like to, but again, most toys could be $10 to $30 to $50. But I think we sell a lot of cheaper items that maybe offset that average there. But we're selling more items on Amazon, and certainly more that are worth more than the ones we sell on eBay, unless it's something, some crazy rare graded comic or card.
Right.
So,
right. Seems a lot. See what Mike said there. Seems a lot of people are pushing other platforms other than eBay. Yeah, no, definitely are. Definitely are. The only thing you need to you read my paper here, Metal. You read my paper. The only thing, Mike, you need to consider is why are people pushing the other sites? And I'll give you an example. I push Whatnot. I love the site, and I do well enough on it. And do I do as well as I'd like to? No, of course not. But I do well enough. I'm not paid to push it. There are people out there that'll be pushing other sites, but they're paid to promote the sites. We're not paid to promote anything. We're coming at you with the truth for how we see it, and we don't have a dog in the battle as far as, oh, we want to push whatnot because we're getting paid. No, we're not. We're not. I like it. Mr. Magazine doesn't. If we were getting paid, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want Mr. Magazine saying, oh, the site's glitching, I don't like it. They aren't paying for that kind of publicity. But that's what you got to worry about, Mike. Sometimes is when you sit there and you see people promoting things, is there a alternate or alternative reason why they're doing so? And you never really know. I mean, you're supposed to note whether you're being, paid promotions and things like that, but not everybody always does. I will tell you right now, we have no paid promotions, but that could change. Cardi B will promote your next album.
What election year?
Yeah, most definitely. That's what I had written down on her. So we'll talk about that. She bought something from you, Spider-Man. Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, yes.
You're not holding out on me, are you?
Huh?
Exactly. I don't collect Spider-Man.
You have one.
I do? All right.
Yeah, it's the 1977 Spider-Man pen.
All right, just make
you have that.
All right.
Yeah, awesome. Indeed. And in fact, it's going out. It's right over there, and I wrote a little note. Not trying to get in your way there, Guide Guru. I wrote a little note thanking. Bit of a struggle bus. There you go. Hopefully less of a struggle in 2023.
Triple J's in house. Jackie Jack, how's it going? I agree.
Interest rates need to come down. I am worried people are still hurting for that. My thought on that, Carl, is, and this is what a lot of the experts are saying, they're not seeing, it's almost like it hasn't really hit home for people how much money they're paying, that those interest rates are that high. Yeah. And then the question comes, will it happen after Christmas when all of a sudden they're paying 24% on their credit card and they get that Christmas bill and they say, oh, I can't pay this off. I'm paying 24%. Right. And that is always a worry. Grateful Dead handbill was the most expensive thing I've seen sold on your whatnot. Second highest. I actually sold a Halloween thing for $77 a while ago. But yeah, it was second highest thing we've had on there.
Cool.
Yep. Win the game by just having a ton on there. What do you think of that, Mr. Magazine?
Listings? Like on eBay? I used to think that. I do not think that anymore because I have 200,000 listings, and I'm certainly not winning any game on eBay. No, I mean, I purchased 30,000 45 RPMs a year ago,
and they were essentially listed for you,
and we transferred them right over, and we sell a couple here and there, but we ended some old listings of other things, but we're not winning anything on there. I wish if I can go back in time and just lower it down to maybe 100,000, get all the records off there, get just dead weight old magazines, things that will never probably sell at this point. And if they do sell, I'm gonna be taking a low offer that I'm gonna make no money or lose money on it.
Right. And I broaden my horizons and start branching out to other platforms. Yeah, and a lot of people are going that way because I think a lot of people are seeing the writing on the wall with eBay on that. Interest rates will fall, but then the home prices will skyrocket even more. Yeah. There's no easy answer. That's the problem.
So what do you think?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. 2023 was a rough year. I think sales were down for a lot of people. Now, it's kind of funny. You go over and I know Mr. Magazine is a huge fan of Reddit. If you go over on, I think it's called flipping, I think is what it's called over on Reddit. A lot of people are posting their sales numbers. But here's the problem. They're posting their sales numbers. They're posting their dashboard from eBay. And I'm going to assume that they're legitimate. I'm going to assume nobody did screwed it up and put something up.
Right.
But it's not telling you any context. So if I put up there that I did $100,000, you're like, oh, wow, that's great. This guy did $100,000. Well, not if I'm doing it full time and I'm working 80 hours a week. Then it's actually not very good. Or if I have $100,000 up this year and last year I had $250,000.
Well, if eBay fees were 2%, then you wouldn't have a nice chunk of change. But not even close to that.
No. So it's kind of interesting there. But yeah, I think last year was I think the problem with last year is there was a slowdown at the end of 2022. About halfway through 2022, things slowed down. But I don't think most of us, maybe it was wishful thinking, but I don't think we thought that it was like the brakes going on everything. Oh, it'll turn around next year. It'll turn around next year. 2023 for most people did not turn around, unfortunately.
Right.
And that really, what was mentioned, I think Metal mentioned it recently, or here. I think that 2024 is going to be a crazy year again. We did the video about it a few weeks ago as well, because of the election. I think it's going to be tumultuous and turbulent, and I think the election is going to have a big thing. And I'm not being political. I don't care who's running. I just think that there is such vitriol out there, and it's just going to consume a lot of people and going to take a lot of the news cycle. And I don't think there's going to be really any way to escape it down here, unfortunately. And you're going to hear about it time after time after time. And some people take it very, very seriously, and they're going to be just watching the coverage of it.
Yeah.
And other people are just going to hear the negativity from both sides day after day after day. And are they going to want to go and buy stuff on eBay, or are they going to want, I just want to turn the computer off. I want to turn everything off. I just, be a great year for me to start walking in the woods. And they're going to be doing, I think, things like that just to escape from everything.
Right.
Whereas if you're on the computer shopping on eBay and whatever, you're tempted, or you got your pop-ups coming in telling you about the news feeds and all that stuff, you get sucked back into it again.
Yeah.
So I think there will be people out there to escape. They're going to turn their phones off. Well, that doesn't help us any on sales.
Right.
As far as that, I was down 45.8% last year, but I had to return back to full-time work. COVID really skewed my numbers. Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, I had the best year ever during 2021 was my best year ever. Yeah, I think it is our flipping. I think that was the one that I go on. I don't know. It's saved on my thing, and I just check on it every single day. But yeah, I think it's definitely going to be, like I said, it's just going to be a turbulent year next year. The other thing with 2023 for me was I knew that vacation was looming. Retirement was looming this year. So even from the start, if you go back and you watch the 2023 resolutions, a lot of what I was saying was it's just going to be a holding pattern of a year.
Yeah.
I have to get through that year, and I have to set things up for retirement in 2024. Guess where we're at? We're in 2024. So I didn't have any great expectations out of last year because I didn't really want to rock the boat in any manner. I just wanted to kind of, hey, let's get things listed. Let's work on this. Let's get this. Let's get this. Let's get this. But no grand changes in anything because, again, I knew retirement was coming up.
Right.
Well, now we're going to see if it paid off or not. That's really going to, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. So it'll be really, really interesting when I have all of the extra hours to see how things go. And again, I know that it can get absolutely crazy when you're sitting around all day on the computer not making sales, because then you're like, it's been 4 hours and I haven't sold anything. How am I not selling anything? And again, you begin to wonder, is it me? Is it this? Is it that? You're on down detector every 30 seconds. Is eBay down? eBay's got to be down, right? Right? It's got to be down, right? And you never know. And that's the whole problem on that. I did retire, but really that just means back to full-time eBay this year. Yep. Yeah, and that'll be what I'm doing next year, probably, or this, couple of weeks or whatever, months, whatever it works out to be. Again, unless I take the 1099 job, which I probably need to research that a little bit to see if I can do that or not.
Yeah, you only got 10 weeks left to figure that out.
Yeah, if you don't eat your meat, you can't have any pudding. How can you have any pudding if you don't eat your meat? Exactly. But yeah, so I guess I probably got to start researching the 1099 firms and putting some resumes in and saying, yeah, what do you pay? But all righty, everybody, that was a fun little discussion over there. I think everybody's got kind of a bleak outlook for 2024. We're hoping for the best, but we really don't see it in the tea leaves, and I understand that. I think I'm coming down on the same thing there. We try to be positive, we try to be optimistic, but I don't really see any cause for optimism. I don't see anything, again, between interest rates and the election. Unfortunately, I don't see anything, and eBay's still got the same person in charge. And they want to be doing the high-end things, and I don't think that's the right way to go. But what do I know? They get paid a lot more than I do to tank my sales. So until I think if eBay suddenly were to fire their CEO, I think I would feel a little bit differently, because I would think at that point there would be some hope. But hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully it's a banner year for everybody out there, even with the fever. There you go, fever.
Thank you.
Was it? Flavor of Pringle. There you go. All right, Mr. Magazine, want to give us the rambling story of the week?
So we're going to hold off on Samsung because it should be finalized this week. This is a 6-month scenario.
Samsung Blue, everybody knows one.
Of course. Anywho, You're sure I never did the golf?
If you did, I fell asleep during it, which is kind of the point of rambling stories.
Okay, so if I said this already, let me know. But my 14-year-old turned 15 about a month ago, and likes golf. He's a natural at it. He's got a natural swing, and he loves golfing. So for his birthday, being cold out here, we went with a few buddies to a simulator, and you can golf inside on this big screen, and they got a little computer with different courses and so forth. And I have not golfed in 30 years, maybe. I think I've golfed twice in my life, 9 holes with my buddies, and we were drinking, and I didn't know how to golf, and it really didn't matter. We were just trying to have fun. So I've never been taught how to golf. So I went there with my manager, who's a really good golfer, my son, who's good, and a friend of mine who was supposed to be terrible at it. And he was terrible at it, but I was actually worse.
Terribler?
Terribler, yeah, more terribler. And he was mocking me out. I was so bad. And then he got my son mocking me out that I was so bad. And it really bothered me because
now, why couldn't you have me go? I would have mocked you out.
Well, you would probably have been worse. You can't even see the ball. Well, I can't see your phone. You can't see the ball. So, they're mocking me out. They're laughing. I have no style or anything, So it really pissed me off, And even after the fact, the next day or two, he's sending me like voice messages mocking me. And
who was?
My buddy.
Oh, okay.
John. And, if he's a 1 out of 10 as a golfer and 1 means the worst around, I was a 0.5. Let's just put it that way. So I wasn't happy. So what did I do?
I don't know.
I'm taking private golf lessons.
Oh, my God.
In secret.
Oh, my God.
Only a few people know about it. And now everyone out there knows about it. But my son does not know about it. And my friend does not know. And come, golf season in a few months when the weather breaks, I will be a lot better. I know how to drive the ball. I know the form and so forth. I need to get a lot of reps in.
It'd be funny if he still beat you.
That would be really funny. Yeah.
He's taking them too.
It's different on a simulator because, the ball's really not going. It's telling you how it's going.
Right,
it's
right.
really not the same, but, I'm just working on my
Wow. I did not know this was from
I hired a professional local golfer to teach me how to get better at golf.
Wow.
I told one of my employees, he goes, that's like a Larry David, like Curb Your Enthusiasm stuff. So, of course, I gave my kid a gift card to this simulator. So hopefully we do it in a few months and then better. And then they will both be shocked. I guarantee it.
That was a good story.
Like
I did like that one.
Exactly.
Wow. That's crazy. All right, we'll see what other people are saying out there.
It's all in the hips. Yes, it is.
Wow. You got those ones up there. I don't know what they set up there. That's crazy. Drive the cart. That's the best part. There you go.
Yeah.
Can't drink, though, if you're driving the cart.
No.
Never good time to sell on eBay. If you're selling lower priced items, I think so. Burn out more than they realize. Oh, I think you're right. And again, I think this whole political thing, and I don't care I don't care you're right, left, center. It's just day after day after day, everybody's screaming at each other that the other side is wrong. And spoiler alert, both sides, every side is wrong a little bit. That's what it comes down to. Neither side, no side is right all the way.
Yeah.
And I think if we actually try to listen to each other, I think that would go a long way, as opposed to immediately blocking off what the other person is saying. They must be wrong because they've got some valid points or reasons why they feel that way. And that's what it comes down to. Can't worry about the things outside your control. Focus on what you can, and I'll be right with the world. There you go.
Focusing on my swing and my golf.
I see this. Yeah. I see this. I resell part-time, and I'm still seeing an increase in sales. You just got to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Change is inevitable. There you go.
Cool.
There you go. And leave the toxic behind in 2023, as Cardi B said. Yeah. Leave the toxic behind. I'm a kidney stone. I'll trade for COVID. Yeah, I can imagine. I heard kidney stones are really not nice. Let the club do the work. Look at that. Oh, hello, all things cool and common. One of our best buyers over at the Whatnot.
How's it going? Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be seeing more of you in the future.
There you go. More in common than that. Yep. All righty, everybody. It was a fun show today. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by. Mr. Magazine is not quite hooked on Whatnot, but he's getting a little bit closer. He doesn't hate it as much as he did. Is that a fair statement?
True. That's very true.
There we go. There's a fair statement. All right, everybody. Want to definitely thank you all for coming on out. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We got some great videos coming up, as we always do. I've heard they're exciting.
I haven't.
Really? I heard there's
any.
Oh, I've heard there's another exciting video. And do stop by Whatnot tomorrow at 4 p.m. for some great books, all times Eastern. I will not be having an ephemeral auction on Tuesday. Mrs. Papergoy is coming back in town, and I may have a little bit of work to do cleaning stuff up. I just very well may. Luckily, she'll be jet lagged, so it gives me an extra day to clean stuff up. Next Wednesday, magazines. Unfortunately, Mr. Magazine will not be there, but it will be another beta magazine. We're learning what you guys want out there, and we're hoping to bring you more of it in the future.
Cool.
And as usual, the following Thursday, we'll also have some books, some great books up there as well. So stop on by, hit the like button. We really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much. We're having a lot of fun, as we always do.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.